It's Patrick, founder of Screenplay app, the app for student screenwriters. Every week, I'll take a different article from the Screenplay app blog and share it with you in audio form. What are the rules of screenwriting? Although there is an industry-accepted format, there are no official screenwriting rules. What makes being a screenwriter such a wonderful thing is the potential of your unique voice and style to shine on the pages of a particular screenplay. If you read screenplays that some of the best screenwriters from the past and present have written, you'll notice one thing they all have in common: the formatting. However, if you look deeper into the writing, you will see subtle differences in the style of the writing that made an enormous impact on the overall material. Although there are books on how to write a screenplay, there are no official rules on how that screenplay must be written. There is no committee like an NFL referee that studies the rule book to determine if your screenplay meets any particular criteria. The ones who will judge your screenplay are the readers you give it to. Agents, producers, and managers usually are those who will judge your screenplay most critically. As long as you meet the basic formatting of a screenplay, you should be okay in the eyes of those agents, managers, and producers. But if you really need to stand out, go way beyond just the basics. Agents, managers, and producers read thousands of screenplays. What they are looking for, other than a great story, is the voice of the writer. Your reader will forgive basic formatting errors if you have something compelling on the page. Learn the basic formatting of a screenplay, then forget about it and just write your best material. Breaking the rules. When you read the many screenplays out there from various writers, you'll see various styles of writing. Some things will always be the same, such as where the characters' names are, the dialogue, and such. At times, you may notice a writer change something slightly. The scene heading may begin with day instead of being placed at the end. Some writers might also put the action lines in all caps for a brief moment as their story begins. Sometimes the first thing you see on the page may not be the scene heading. It may be a voiceover or action lines. The bottom line is this: the rules are meant to be broken. Depending on your style of writing, as long as your screenplay doesn't sway too far away from the basic formatting, you have free range to do what you please. Typically, camera directions in a screenplay are reserved for what is called a shooting script. A shooting script is the version of the screenplay given to the production team. However, some writers may decide to include camera directions in the original draft. This is the case for writer-directed screenplays. If a screenwriter intends to shoot the screenplay, then you might find camera directions. Some people don't like to see camera directions when reading a screenplay, and others do not mind. There are no official rules on camera directions or any other non-traditional thing you might want to add in a screenplay. Some writers also tend to bold their scene headings. As you read more screenplays, you come across various techniques. It's up to you to find your own style and not be afraid to break the non-existing rules. What really matters. What really matters is not the type of font or indentation practices, but whether you can tell a great story with unique characters. Your reader will forgive formatting errors, but will not forgive bad storytelling. As long as you have the basics down, then you should focus on telling your significant story. As you progress in your writing career, you can experiment with formatting. If an agent or manager receives 2 screenplays, one from a novice writer and one from an established writer, that agent or manager will continue reading the story that grabs them within the first few pages each time. You can easily teach someone correct formatting, but the ability to tell a great story with a unique voice is something that requires more training. Rather than focusing on whether you should bold your scene heading, focus on the high-stakes components of your story. That said, formatting is still important. There are some readers who will put a screenplay down if they see formatting errors within the first page. Try your best to get the formatting down before submitting your screenplay to a professional reader, agent, or manager. Another thing to look out for is grammar and spelling mistakes. Make sure you proofread your screenplay very carefully or get a professional reader to check your screenplays for spelling and grammar. Agents and managers may forgive formatting errors while reading your screenplay, but if there are misspelled words on every other page, then it shows carelessness on your part as a screenwriter. This is your chance to make a great first impression, and you want to make sure you put your best foot forward. If you're able to grab your reader in those first few pages with your unique voice, then that reader will forgive almost any formatting errors on that page and will want to connect with you. For more articles like this one, head over to our blog, screenplayapp.info, and feast on all things screenwriting. If you're thinking about writing your first screenplay, go to your favorite app store and download Screenplay app today. The link is in the description below. And remember to always have fun writing. Fade out.